Good evening, everybody. An update from a story I was reporting the other day. The Chinese ambassador or appointee Mr. Mccallum, says he misspoke on the extradition of Huawei executive. CTV News is reporting. Canada's ambassador to China, John Mccallum, has walked back his controversial comments about the Huawei executive's extradition case. Mccallum told a group of Chinese reporters on Tuesday that there are strong legal arguments that Huawei executive Meng Wanzhou could make to help her avoid extradition to the United States. I misspoke, Mccallum said in a statement issued Tuesday. Quote, these comments do not accurately represent my position on this issue. As the government has consistently made clear, there has been no political involvement in this process. I mean, that's a laughable statement. If you've been paying attention, that's a laughable statement. Back to the article. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau appeared to stand by the ambassador on Thursday. Asked if he had any plans to punish Mccallum, Trudeau said his government is focused on trying to free 2 Canadians arbitrarily detained in China. The last time, remember Phoenix Pay? And Trudeau was asked, I found it. Let's go look at it. Here, he's asked, usually if a private sector person or if a middle manager made choices that led to these kind of failures, they would expect consequences. What are you doing? And he's focusing on fixing the issue, which, by the way, still isn't fixed. Here we go.
Many of the public servants who, in their own jobs, if they had a failure like this, would expect to face consequences, are asking if heads are going to roll on the people who were supposed to implement this system. Could you also tell us in French as well, please?
Right now, we're focused very much on making sure that we fix this situation, and we've brought on more support to catch up and to ensure that the folks who have...
Yeah, that's it. He's lying. This was 2016, by the way, and they haven't fixed the situation. Many Canadians have not been paid federally, and nobody seems to care. But the government shutdown in the United States is a big deal. I saw a Canadian movie network or Cineplex or something like that offering free movies to furloughed U.S. employees, and I was confused and said, have they heard of Phoenix Pay? Why don't they care about Canadians? And this guy doesn't care about Canadians right here. Justin Trudeau? No, doesn't care about Canadians. He cares about anybody he can import and slap the Canadian sticker on. That's who he cares about. But it's quite interesting that when pushed on, is anybody going to have any consequences for the missteps and the absolute blatant disrespect for the, quote, rule of law that you desire and you spout off at every single opportunity? No, nobody's going to have a consequence. He says, no, quote, our focus is entirely on getting those Canadians home safe and making sure that all their rights are respected, and making a change would not help release those Canadians a day sooner, Trudeau said. Conservative leader Andrew Scheer told CTV's Power Play on Wednesday that he would fire Mccallum over the comments. Crazy. Another crazy story is, this is being reported by the Calgary Herald and says Corbella, Sunshine Ski Resort owner gets unfair offer he can't refuse from feds. Link is in the description if you want to check it out. The Collins Dictionary defines extortion as, quote, the crime of obtaining something from someone, especially money, by using force or threats. Parks Canada, then, may have just become this country's largest extortionist. On Monday, Ralph Scurfield, president and CEO of Sunshine Village, the ski resort he and his family have built into a world-renowned destination for mountain sports enthusiasts, was forced to agree to a new site guidelines for Sunshine or have his family's business sold out from under him by Parks Canada and, by extension, Justin Trudeau's federal Liberal government. Quote, despite our disappointment and concerns, ... and you can actually see the ... on this one in the letter that is posted, and the link is here and not in the description. I was going to show it, but I don't have the time for that tonight. So anyway, that the ... is definitely included and well included, written in full here, and you can find it here. So anyway, back to the ... We accept the site guidelines as you have presented them, Scurfield wrote to Sheila Lucy, acting field superintendent for Banff National Park. Oh, not Lucy, Louis did not return post-media calls Tuesday. Quote, the alternative is to lose our family business since 1981 and my life's work for the last 38 years, he wrote in the letter dated January 21st. That's a few days ago. In an undated letter that Scurfield received December 18th, the acting chief executive of Parks Canada, Michael Nadler, made Scurfield an offer he couldn't refuse in the worst sense of that phrase. If by January 21st, Parks Canada, quote, does not have your written unconditional confirmation that you are prepared to conclude and execute a new lease with these site guidelines appended, the agency will understand that to mean that you do not wish to enter into the installed lease with the site guidelines appended and proceed to seek a new operator through a public request for proposals. If you're not sure what that means, is we will remove from you the business that you've built and put somebody in who will run it with the site guidelines that we're offering right now. That's it. Period. Okay, back to the article. Scurfield has also been told by Parks Canada to choose one of two options: agree to a 42-year lease with an agreement to then give Sunshine Village Ski Resort to the Crown for $1, or sever and remove every facility and return the land to its natural state. Hard place meets slightly harder rock. There are several questions arising from this heavily handed approach from the authorities. If you're getting a 42-year lease, why would you continue to improve the facility that you eventually going to hand over to the federal government with no compensation? As the saying goes, renters don't fix the roof. The new site guidelines, which will be released publicly by Parks Canada on Thursday, reduces the leasehold by 61 hectares, land that is currently zoned and previously approved, and gives Sunshine no new parking. Parks Canada is urging Scurfield to build a 500-vehicle parking structure to be used 50 days a year, which Scurfield says will cost about $50 million, an untenable option. Even in downtown Calgary, where the parking rates of $14 per hour are the norm and stalls are used year-round, many surface lots will not invest in a parking structure owing to the cost, yet Parks Canada wants a seasonal business to do so to make up for the shortfall of 450 spaces. Also, a parking garage is not as pristine looking come spring and summer as a grassy field, nor as ecologically friendly for wildlife. Everything that Sunshine has suggested to Parks Canada has been rejected, and the thousands of people who support Sunshine's plans were ignored, suggesting the public consultations by government and agency is only farcical window dressing. This was an excellent article. I hadn't heard anything about this, but more and more it seems the government can walk in, and whether you've built a business with your family for your entire life, whether your father built it and you took it over, or whatever, it seems that the government of Canada has the lever and they're willing to use it to take it away from you if they want to build a parking garage to make up for a shortfall. Really very interesting. And there's more to this article, and the link is in the description. Finally, Maxime Bernier has released an ad for his People's Party, and we are going to watch it. It's 42 seconds. He asks for your opinion. He says, quote, "This is People Parties of Canada first ad. The same concept can be adapted for each one of our policies. How do you like it? Tell us what you think." Here we go.
If Maxime Bernier and the PPC get into power, they will abolish all government programs that help our Canadian businesses. We can't let this happen.
I'm Maxime Bernier, and I approve this message. Yes, I will get rid of corporate welfare. I will force businesses to compete on an even playing field, and I will lower corporate taxes equally for all. It's time to try something new. Vote for your values.
So that's the ad. So I generally, I like it. It's okay. I'm not jumping up and down. It's not super great. Like, it's not super sticky. That's it. It's not super sticky. I would remove the, we can't let this happen. I think you say can't let this happen here. I'd remove that part, because why can't we let this happen? It opens up a can of worms that you just don't need. Make it sound doom and gloom, and then say, yeah, that's exactly right. We're going to remove corporate welfare. We are going to get rid of those programs because they don't work. And tie it into why people want to know this. Don't say vote for your values. Why do they care about the policy? Tie it back to the people, right? You have to connect it to why does that matter to them? Because corporate tax cuts don't translate well. You have to explain it to people. Take it one more step. That's my advice. Give people a call to action at the end. Join the party. Go to the website. Read our platform. Add it to the end where it says PPC Strong and Free. Read our platform at ppc.com. Go to the website. Whatever it is. Add a call to action at the end because you need it. And whether that's before or after the logo, have the logo fade in full screen and then shrink down and slide up with a, check us out or something, but get the website name out there. That's my critique. So sorry, I'm going to be honest. That's my critique. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful evening and stay safe out there. Check out thepeoplespartyofcanada.ca.